Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Hollow Men by T.S. Eliot. This poem describes a desolate world which is populated by empty, defeated people. Eliot describes the world as the underworld, a reflection on the sorrow state of European culture after the First World War. He declares that he is a part of a group of empty people. These people are stuffed like scarecrows and lean against each other with their heads full of straw. Their voices are so dried out that they can barely be heard when they whisper to each other, and what they say is as meaningless as the rustling of wind in dead grass or the skittering of rats over shattered glass in a dry cellar. These men are bodies without definition, shadows without color, frozen strength, action without movement. Those who have crossed over to the other kingdom of the dead, looking straight ahead the whole time, don't remember these hollow men as lost, angry spirits, but rather as empty people, as people stuffed with straw. He sees eyes in his dreams but refuses to look back at them. In Death's dream kingdom, these eyes don't appear. The eyes are like sunshine on a broken collar. There, a tree is waving in the breeze, and you can hear voices singing in the wind. Those voices are farther away and more somber than a dying star. He doesn't want to get any closer in Death's dream kingdom. He also wants to wear elaborate disguises to conceal himself. The skin of a rat or a crow sticks crossed in a field, twisting and turning like the wind. He doesn't want to be any closer, not even when having that final meeting in the shadowy world of death. This is the dead country, a land filled with cactus. Here, stone statues are erected, and the dead bowed down before them under the light of a dying star. Is it like this in the other places where death is king? The speaker wonders. When the hollow men are walking alone and filled with love, instead of kissing someone, they say prayers to the broken stone statues. The eyes aren't here. There aren't any eyes here in this place where the stars die in this empty valley. This broken jawbone, which once belonged to the body of a magnificent kingdom. In the final meeting place, the hollow men walk blindly, silently together. They gather on the shore of a swollen river. The hollow men are blind unless their eyesight suddenly returns, like an undying star, like a rose with many leaves, a rose that belongs to death's shadowy kingdom. That rose is the only hope for empty people like the hollow men. The hollow men are dancing around the cactus. He says that between an idea and its actual existence, between the desire and the fulfillment of that desire, there is a shadow. Because the kingdom belongs to you, the speaker, or more likely some new unnamed entity, says, quoting the Bible. Between having an idea and making it real, between having a feeling and acting on it, there is a shadow. Life is very long. Between desire and orgasm, between the power to create something and the thing that gets created, between the ideal and the disappointing reality, there is a shadow. Because the kingdom belongs to you. This is how the world ends, the speaker says 3 times in a row, not with a loud burst, but with a quiet whimper. Now let's read the poem. A penny for the old guy. We are the hollow men, we are the stuffed men, living together, headpiece filled with straw. Alas, our dried voices when we whisper together are quiet and meaningless as wind in a dry grass, or rats' feet over broken glass in a dry cellar. Shape without form, shade without color, paralyzed force, gesture without motion. Those who have crossed with direct eyes to death's other kingdom remember us, if at all, not as lost violent souls, but only as the hollow men. Eyes I dare not meet in dreams in death's dream kingdom. These do not appear. There the eyes are sunlight on a broken column. There is a tree swinging and voices are in the winds singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star. Let me be no nearer in death's dream kingdom. Let me also wear such deliberate disguises. Rat's coat, crowskin, crossed staves. In a field behaving as the wind behaves, no nearer, not that final meeting in the twilight kingdom. This is the dead land, this is a cactus land. Here the stone images are raised. Here they receive the supplication of a dead man's hand under the twinkle of a fading star. Is it like this in the dead's other kingdom? waking alone at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness, lips that would kiss form prayers to broken stone. The eyes are not here, there are no eyes here. In this valley of dying stars, in this hollow valley, this broken jaw of our last kingdoms. In this last of meeting places, we grope together and avoid speech, gather on this beach of the tumid river, sightless unless the eyes reappear as the perpetual star, multifoliate rose of death's twilight kingdom, the hope only of empty men. Here we go round the prickly pear. Prickly pear, prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear at 5 o'clock in the morning. Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow, for thine is the kingdom. Between the conception and the creation, between the emotion and the response, falls the shadow. Life is very long between the desire and the spasm, between the potency and the existence, between the essence and the descent, falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom, for thine is life, is for thine is the this is the way the world ends, this is the way the world ends, this is the way the world ends, not with a bang but with a whimper. And here ends the poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.